Well, hello and welcome back to another incredible video. And today I'm going to show you guys some fall DIYs that we can actually use. These aren't just look pretty DIYs, although they will look pretty. These are usable DIYs. So let's get into it. So for DIY number one, I'm just using some of those wooden utensils from the Dollar Tree, and I will take them outside and cut the handle off. After that, I will bring them in and I will stain them. And what I'm doing is basically just using a variety of colors that make me think of fall. If you were going to recreate this DIY, you could choose whichever colors you like. And I'm just using a watered down burnt umber from Apple Barrel to kind of be my base coat, so they at least all look wood stained, if that makes sense. And you will watch how this comes together. So the other piece that I stain, and I do this using Waverly Antique Wax, is this weird little pumpkin cutout. And I got this from, again, that little section in the Dollar Tree where they have clearance items. So I will go ahead and I will get that stained. And then I will also do this kind of new little distressing technique I've been using, where I'm just kind of shaving pieces of wood off using my scalpel. So now that I have all of my components stained and ready, I'm going to go ahead and start to attach the pieces. Now what I'm using here is a pre-stained, just one of those, I think it's just a gallon paint stir sticks. And she was stained with Waverly Antique Wax, and I will use that as a base to start to glue my utensils down on. Now this will not be enough on its own, so you will see me turn it over and then use some of those craft sticks to basically just kind of help stabilize her. And again, if you have questions about this process, make sure to let me know in the comments. So I take our stained pumpkin, and there's a little tumbling tower block on the back, and that is because I wanted it to have a little 3D dimension when I glue it down to our piece. And then once that's down, I go ahead and grab a couple of hooks, 3 hooks to be exact, and I go ahead and add those onto our piece as well, because that is going to help us make this piece functional. So I took a look at this piece. She wasn't bad. And maybe it's because the colors I used were so muted, but it felt like it still needed something else. So I had purchased this kind of bag of MDF kind of little pumpkins from Hobby Lobby, and I got one of those out, stained that with Waverly Wax, and glued her down. And then I also grabbed some pine cones and just kind of embellished it just a bit, because as you guys know, I am not a bow person, so that was not an option. So I had to use what worked for me to embellish it. And you will see how she turned out in just a moment. So I love the functionality of this piece, and again, that is the name of the game in this DIY video. All of these pieces will be functional, and in this case, this is used or could be used in the kitchen to hold utensils, because let's be real here, I know I do a lot more cooking this time of year. You could also hang this up by a door and use it as a key ring or a key holder, if you will. You could hold your tools with it. I mean, there's a couple of different uses for this, but I like how it's just that little bit of a fall punch, not doing too much, just doing enough. But let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments. So DIY number 2, I'm going to start off using one of those dark stained wood planks that I got from Walmart. These are about $2 or $3. I love them so much. You've seen me use these before. And then I'm going to be using some scrap transfers that I had used in another DIY video. I never throw that stuff away. And you will watch me get my transfer down on this wood plank. The next thing I'm going to do is grab one of those square wood planks that you get in a pack of 6 from the Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to take this, it's basically a roll of dry erase paper, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I had this in my stash for quite some time, and I'm just going to cut it down to size and then attach it to my wood plank. And once I have that all together, you will watch as I put this on that wood plank. And I will just do that via hot glue. Next, you will see me flip the piece over and I will be attaching my magnets. I cut them down to size and then I just go ahead, they have a sticky part on the back, and put them on the back. I'm probably overdoing the amount of magnets I need, but I don't like to mess around. I don't like stuff falling down on me, so I usually overdo it just a little bit. And these magnets are super strong magnets, sheets that I got from Amazon, and I will attempt to remember to link that in the description box. So this is such a super simple, easy piece, but I love stuff like this when I look around my house. It's just that little pop of fall with those beautiful blue pumpkins that I know my girl Donna, the Creole crafter, would love. And it's just a nice little dry erase pad. You know, we always have them on our refrigerator because we will forget stuff like milk and cheese and what. Well, I never forget cheese, but you know what I mean. But anyway, let me know if you guys think that this is just so freaking cute. So for DIY number 3, this is literally like you blink and you're gonna miss this one. It's so easy. I'm basically just taking one of those plates from the Dollar Tree from their little fall collection, as well as the matching bowl. And they did have 2 different bowl types, but I gravitated towards this one. And then literally all I am going to do is glue my plate to that bowl. And I'm using a combination of hot glue and that kind of fix-all glue that you can get from the Dollar Tree. And that's it. And then I'm going to take her and clean her up so that you guys can see what she looks like. yes, this was easy, and yes, it was simple to put together, but let's be real here. The holidays is a busy time, and we don't have to put a bunch of energy into complicated DIYs in order for them to pop. I love this piece. And to let you guys know, the scatters on the table, obviously scatters, but everything on that plate is edible. Everything on the plate is edible. Little hack, you guys, use bay leaves if you want to kind of have fall leaves. You can use cinnamon sticks, star anise. I will try to list in the description box some of the other stuff that's on this plate. The thing that kind of looks like moss is actually a type of tea. And those flowers are edible as well. So again, we can do really, really great things just using really simple items. Well, as always, I cannot thank you guys enough for watching our video. I appreciate you so very much. I hope that you guys got inspired to think about ways to make DIYs that you can actually use this fall season. We hope that you will choose to subscribe as well if you have not already. And of course, we invite you to come back, hang out, and be okay with us.